everyone. I wanted to take a moment and put together a little yoga sequence for you. I'm just feeling like this time is crazy and you all have been pulled out of your routines of going to school and seeing your friends and your teachers, and that can cause a lot of stress. And when we're stressed, our bodies and our minds, they don't feel right because they're not used to processing these things, right? So just want to take a moment, if maybe you have a break in between doing some schoolwork, this would be a really great time. And you can even grab a parent and have a parent or a sibling do it with you too. So what we're gonna do, you're just gonna find some space in your living room, just like you've been doing with your martial arts videos. So what I want you to do is just sit crisscross for me. I want you to sit up really, really tall. So you're gonna pull your shoulders back, right? Pull your shoulders back like this. What we're gonna do to begin is just breathe. I know it sounds kind of silly. Not short breaths though, we're gonna take nice, deep breaths. So we're gonna do a practice one so I can show you what I want you to do. You're gonna inhale through your nose. See how my shoulders kind of lifted there? So you're gonna go like that. Now when you exhale, I actually want you to exhale out your mouth, but I want you to make a sound along with that. I want you to really push everything out. So we're gonna inhale through our nose again. Exhale. Kind of like, when your mom or dad asks you to clean your room, what would you do? You would go like that. So one more time. Two more times. One more time. Good. So now we're just gonna stretch out our necks a little bit. What we're gonna do is put our chin to our chest. So you're gonna look all the way down like this, and you're gonna slowly start bringing it around up to the top and back. Swing it all the way back around to where you started. Okay, so put your chin back into your chest, and let's do it the other way. All the way around. And make sure you're doing this slowly, because if you're doing it fast, you might hurt yourself. Okay, go back. Make sure you're still sitting up tall. You're not slouching. Awesome. Just kind of move side to side like this for a moment. Put your feet out in front of you now. You're gonna lie down. So lie all the way back. Now you're gonna hug your knees into your chest. Give them a nice squeeze. And then let them drop off to the side, both of them, keeping your knees touching together. And then look in the opposite direction. So if you dropped your knees off to the right-hand side, look over your left shoulder. You could put your arms out. You're going to inhale and you're going to bring your knees back into center and give them another squeeze. And exhale and drop them off to the opposite side. So if your knees are now on the left-hand side, you should be looking over your right shoulder. And then bringing them back into the center. And sitting up. You want to make yourself really tall. Okay, like this. And then you're going to fold over. Let's see if we can touch our foreheads to our kneecaps, like this. Keeping your knees flat to the ground. You can let yourself start to lift just a little bit. Just let your head hang here for a second. Still taking those nice breaths like we talked about in the beginning. Awesome. So we're going to stand up now. What I want you to do is reach your arms up overhead. You're actually going to look up through the tips of your fingertips, like this. Trying to get your spine nice and straight, or long, nice and long. Don't worry about it being straight. Now bring your hands together. I'm going to show you something. You're going to keep your pointer finger and your thumb fingers together, okay? I'll get a little bit closer so you can see. But you're going to cross the rest of your fingers here, like that. Okay? So you're just leaving these two out. So you're going to put them up over your head. Your bicep muscles should be covering up your ears on either side. And you're just going to lean to one side. Remembering to take those deep breaths. And come back up to center. And do it again on the other side. And back up to center. I'm going to turn to the side. You're going to stay facing forward, but I just want to show you what this is going to look like. You're just going to slightly bend your back. You're going to look up at the ceiling and try to trace your fingertips along the ceiling. Nice and slow. You don't want to make yourself dizzy. You can release your finger and your thumb now. What you're going to do is you're just going to roll forward slowly, okay? And like this. And once you get here, you're going to grab opposite elbows, okay? So like this. And let your head hang. This is called ragdoll. Okay, so you can let your arms, let your elbows go. You're gonna actually put your hands down in front of you. A lot of you may already know this one, but I'm gonna show you. This is downward dog, okay? So you're gonna plant your hands like this, and you're gonna push your hips up. I'll show you from this side too. So you're gonna try to make an upside down V shape using your body. Try to keep your legs straight and your head somewhat between your arms. Right, we don't want it out like this. Try to tuck it in like this. You can tuck your chin to your chest if that's easier. I'm gonna face back this way, but you keep doing what you're doing. So walk your hands back to your feet, like that. You're gonna really slowly roll up to a standing position, okay? We're gonna do something called a tree pose. So pick a leg, pick a foot, and you're gonna put all your weight into that foot. You're gonna take your opposite leg and your opposite foot. Try to bring that foot into the inner thigh or the calf. You can leave it here if you'd like. If you want to make it a little more challenging, you can bring it up here to your inner thigh. Just don't put it here on your knee, okay? Try to bring it nice and high if you can. Or this is good too, like I said. Bring your hands to heart center and see if you can balance here for a minute. Not a whole minute, just a couple seconds. Okay? Try not to wobble too much. You have to keep your arms out. Do that. Place that foot back down. We have to balance it out, right? So we're gonna do it on the other side. Really ground that foot. And with the opposite foot, choose where you're gonna put it. Try to mirror what you did on the other side. So if you brought it up here, try that again. If you just had it down here, do that again, okay? It's all about keeping balance. If you wanna really try to challenge yourself, you could try to bring your arms right up, overhead. You could try to look up. It's hard. And you can bring your feet back together and bow. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that helped you kind of settle down a little bit. It really helps. You don't have to necessarily put this video on every day, but it's super helpful to just take a couple of minutes and stretch out and just breathe during this time when you're not seeing your friends and your teachers, and it can be really crazy and chaotic. So just try to remember that we're gonna get through it, and breathing. Remember to breathe, guys. Okay. Take care.